So there is an interesting trend which is there, and we would like to vet it from you. The interesting trend is that people are junking sugar and they're replacing it with sugar-free substitutes. Would you support that?
Well, there are pluses and minuses of sugar-free substitute. When they came and they were, everybody thought that if we replace sugar with these sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, then they will decrease their energy intake, and many of them will not develop diabetes, or those who have diabetes will get better, and so on. This initially around 10 to 15 years from 1980s to 1990s perfect. Then there are a couple of research which came in 1990s and early 2000 that they actually don't decrease satiety, and in fact the appetite goes up after intake of these artificial sweeteners. So you eat more, overcompensate that. So sugar actually decreases your appetite, and brain recognizes that this is sugar and I have enough quota of sugar now. But with the artificial sugar, brain doesn't recognize that. So the mice, when the experiment was done on the mice were given this, they ate more, they became fatter. So actually it is counterproductive in terms of your energy intake. So you may think that you're having some cola which is this, and you are just 0 calorie or 5 calorie or 10 calorie, but you will eat something more. Now, as far as there are several other effects, side effects have been considered with this, but most of them have been considered as safe by the US authorities. But in whatever advice we give to our patient, we say, well, you can take a little bit of artificial sweetener, but say if it's pellets, then 2-3 pellets. If the drops, not more than 5 drops, 1 or 2 sachets per day, and not more than that. In fact, we allow many of the patients sugar intake. Our diabetic patient also sugar, so they can mix a little bit of sugar and the artificial sweetener in their morning tea, and so on. So our this thing will be restrictive as far as this is concerned, and not ad lib that you can take.
So MineCare viewers are very thankful for the inputs from you. It's rightly said that if you have knowledge about something, you will be able to take care of yourself. So before we sign off, we'd like to get some inputs from you for our viewers. What would be your input to our viewers as far as diabetes is concerned?
I'll give a very clear advice to everybody across the ages, across gender, that if you maintain 45 minutes of moderate intensity exercise right from the very beginning, from 10 years onward, children, and up to 60-70 years, small amounts of weights every day, 1-2 kg of weight. We always tell all our people, you do weights, our muscles are very weak, we should build up the muscles. So 2 exercises, one is aerobic exercise, second weights, and in the food, if you take 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, green vegetables, oats, nuts, handful of nuts, and healthy oils, which is many healthy oils are available, olive oil, canola oil, rice bran oil, even mustard oil. So if you have such food which is healthy and good amount of exercise, mix of aerobic and strength training, maintain your weight right from the very beginning. We have, our mothers say, if you're fat, then they'll say healthy. Not such a healthy weight, but body mass index which is well within normal range. I think your chances of becoming diabetic will be very low, and those who are diabetic, if they follow this, the chances of having complications will be low.